All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Judge Henderson here at the Municipal Court. I'm going to talk to you about your cases today. All right, Mr. Caesar. Let's see, Mr. Caesar, you had this theft. You pled guilty to it. You were still, at one point, you were still owing $485. You've been in jail since December 20th. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, you are time served on this, and looks like this was the only thing holding you. So this is taken care of, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day, Your Honor.
You too. Thank you, sir.
You can go back. Okay.
Mr. Behrman?
Oh, Your Honor.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Pretty good.
Let's see. It looks like you got some PIs. Two of them you're on a payment plan for. You're actually not being held on those. You just got this new one that you got arrested on last or yesterday. You can plead not guilty if you want to have a trial or talk to an attorney. You can also plead guilty or no contest. It's $484. I'd give you $300 credit. That would leave you owing $184. What do you want to do, sir?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. I will accept your plea of guilty. I'll find you guilty. It is $484. I'll give you $300 credit. I'll order that you're released to appear. You've been in jail on these before. You know the drill, right? It looks like this is the only thing holding you. I would anticipate you'd be released today. That means we would need to see you on Monday for that 2 p.m. court. Unless you have the 184, you can always pay it. But if you need to set up a payment plan, or if you want to combine it with the payment plan you're already on, then we'll see you for that 2 p.m. court on Monday, okay?
Well, I was hoping, Your Honor, that I could just lay it out, all of it. And even what I owe before everything. That way I can start the new year off fresh without all of it.
You're wanting to go ahead and set all of them out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I understand. All right. I'm going to mark then. I mean, I'm happy to let you out instead of a payment plan, but if you're wanting to set them out, I'll certainly let you do that. I'll mark on that one that you're going to voluntarily remand yourself. I'll find on the other ones. I will make a note on that you're going to remand yourself. Those aren't actually at warrant. Karen, can I just write on this order that you've given me that he's voluntarily remanding?
I think so.
Okay, just want to make sure that that was going to work.
You know about how long it'll be? 4 or 5 days, I think.
Let me look at looks like your total is 542. You get $150 credit a day. So 3 days would be 450. It looks like 4 days.
That worked nice.
Okay.
I'll do it.
And I've marked down that you're just going to voluntarily remand yourself on these, and that'll get them taken care of. You got to stop drinking like that, though. You're going to be back.
I hear that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Behrman.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good weekend. Mr. McGinnis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see, Mr. McGinnis. Looks like you got arrested for this assault by contact. Same options. If you want to plead not guilty, you can. I'll set a bond on your case. Let's set a $500 PR bond on your case. You can also plead guilty or no contest. It's $485. I'll give you $150 credit. That would leave you owing $335. What do you want to do, Mr. McGinnis?
And so if I pled no contest, you set the PR bond.
Now, that's if you plead not guilty.
Okay. What about, they told me that I could probably bond out today, but I don't know really how this all goes, Judge.
Well, if you want to plead not guilty, I'm going to set a PR bond, meaning you're going to sign some paperwork promising to appear. It doesn't mean you would have to pay any money to
Right.
bond out. It would be you promising that if you don't show up, you're signing the paperwork saying, if I don't show up, I'm going to be on the hook. That date for you to appear is going to be Monday. You would
Okay.
come to court on Monday for that 2 p.m. docket, and then we would get you set up on the trial docket. I
I
mean, I assume if you're pleading not guilty, what you're saying is you want to have a trial.
but that's only, what if I plead no contest?
If you plead no contest, I'll go ahead and find you guilty. I'll assess the fine and court costs at $485. I'll give you $150 credit, and it would leave you owing $335.
Okay, and then I could get out and pay that?
And then I would release you to appear, and you could either pay it off if you have the money, or we would need to see you Monday for that 2 p.m. docket to set up a payment plan.
Okay, I think that's what I want to do.
Let me give you a couple of additional pieces of information. One, this is charged as assault by contact of a family member. The charges that against Casey Ashpaw, she was your girlfriend, is that right, or is your girlfriend?
Correct, yeah.
Um, a conviction, a family violence conviction, can have consequences as far as owning a gun under both any firearm under both Texas law and federal law.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay. And the other thing I would tell you is family violence convictions, even Class C's, if you were to be charged in the future with another family violence, it could be enhanced to a felony. So,
I understand.
okay, I just want you to know those two things while you're contemplating what you want to do. Did
Right.
you want to plead no contest?
I think I want to plead no contest. And then I'll be there Monday, probably to set up a payment arrangement.
Okay, I'll accept your plea no contest. I'll find you guilty. It's $485. I'll give you $150 credit, and I'll order that you're released to appear. Just make sure you're here Monday. Get here a little early to get checked in, and then you can set up your payment plan if that's what you needed to. Or like I said, if you have the money, you can always come by and pay it. But if you need to set up that payment plan, then be here for that 2 p.m. docket, and you can make those arrangements. Okay, they'll give you a map to the court.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Do I need to sign anything?
Megan Hunt.
So where do I go? Just back to the house? He's gonna relieve her and call me later. Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see, Ms. Hunt. You got a couple of things going. Let me get to this new one. So on July 12th, this is the only case you have that you haven't entered a plea to. July 12th of this past year, 2023, you got a ticket for no insurance. That's a second no insurance offense. What do you want to do on that one?
Guilty, I guess.
Can you take one step forward? You're very soft spoken. You're hard to hear.
I guess just plead guilty.
Gonna plead guilty on that one. Okay. I'll accept that plea guilty. You'll find you guilty. That one is $733. I'm gonna give you $150 credit. Okay. We'll come back to that one in just a second. Okay. On these other ones, you have 5 violations that you previously pled guilty to. You got the violations, you didn't appear, you were brought in by APD. I think I saw you. You set up a payment plan, then you didn't do anything. We sent you a notice to come in, you didn't, and so here you are. Your total coming into jail was $35.47. I'll give you $150 credit. That leaves you $33.07. Where were you working when you came into court?
I was not. I
Okay.
just got evicted from my house and I was homeless and I just started working again.
Okay.
Able to get a job and I started like a month ago.
Okay. Where?
Taco Bell. I'm the manager at Taco Bell.
Okay. Then if you had a job as a manager, talk about why didn't you make any payments? Come in and make arrangements.
I did make payments when I first seen you. back in July, and when we got that situated, I did make a couple of payments, but then they took my son's disability check for overpayments of the government. So, and then I couldn't keep up with them. I've just been sleeping in my car, been trying to get a job. I finally got a job, and now this.
Well, I know. I'm saying you should have made. There's other arrangements to make, either community service, or I mean, at the very worst, you come over and we just talk about the situation you're in. But not coming over here isn't going to get the issue resolved. Um, well, I am going to find. How are you supporting yourself before you were working?
Before I was working, before I started working at Taco Bell, I've been living in my car for the past, since March. Before that, I worked at Shoe Carnival for 4 years.
Where was your child living?
My children, I had a home.
Well, I'm saying when you were living in your car, where were they?
My husband took them.
Oh, okay.
Staying at my husband's right now till I get a place.
Okay. All right. I'll find that you're indigent, but you didn't make a good faith effort to discharge the fine and costs, which could have been done without experiencing undue hardship. I'll order that you're remanded to the custody of the chief of police until the fine and court costs are paid. I'll give you credit for the $150 that you have. My question is on the, just a second, let me finish these. On the new one that you just pled to, I'm fine to not tack that amount on and order you released, or if you just want to put that on and sit it out as well, I'll do that. Which do you want to do?
Um, don't add it.
I'm sorry?
Don't add it.
Don't add it? Okay. Then on that one, I'll order that you're released to appear on the next business day after your release, whenever that is. I don't know when it's going to be, because you could pay this amount and get released. You could pay the amount in full and get released. You could make a partial payment. That's going to shorten the amount of time it'll take you to sit it out. But whenever that is that you get released, come in the next business day. 733, 583 is what would be left on this one that you just pled to. Come in that next business day, set up payment arrangements or community service arrangements if you think you're indigent, and set up arrangements on that one. I mean, obviously, you know the drill. APD brought you over before. Now you're in jail. If you don't show up for that 2 p.m. court, you'll just be back in jail, and then it'll have tacked on $50, and you'll sit over there for 4 or 5 days getting that one resolved. So just make sure that you're here for that 2 p.m. court on the next day after your release. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Hunt.
Well, thank you all.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Judge Henderson here at the Municipal Court. I'll talk to you about your cases today. Ms. Denholm, I'm not going to do the longer spiel. So if you wanted to go ahead and open the breakout room and talk to Ms. Nelson, I'll go ahead and talk to these other two.
Sure. If I could be a co-host so I can get into that breakout room manually.
You are. I made you.
Oh, I don't have it on my screen.
Oh, when I see your name listed, it lists you as a co-host.
Usually it gives me a breakout where I can log in. Hold on. All right, there it is.
Okay. Let's see, Mr. Patino.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay.
Let's see, Mr. Patino, you have a couple of warrants out from some old tickets that you pled to, and it looks like maybe you were in jail because you have $300 credit on each. You're left owing 278. I will tell you, unless, and I know you live here, so this doesn't really apply to you, unless you live out of town, when people have warrants, we like for them to come over in person and deal with their warrants. Your options, but you can always go ahead and just pay this off. It's 278, and that would clear your warrant. You could go online and pay that anytime.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna see if I could maybe just pay 75 and then kind of pay the rest off when I get paid.
You'll need to come over here and set that payment plan up. We don't do, once you let it go to warrant status, and especially 2019, we don't do those over virtual court. But we're here today.
Oh.
We're here today. We have 11 a.m. walk-in court. If you get here about 20 or so minutes early, or we have a 2 p.m. walk-in court, again, getting here about 20 minutes early to get checked in. And either I'll be here or one of the other judges will be here, and you can talk to them about finishing that off.
Okay, yeah, because I thought cause it's just that those times wouldn't work for me just because of work, because I'm at work right now still.
I understand. The flip side of that would be, this has been what, 4 years, 5 years now. I mean, surely there's been a time in that time period that would have been more convenient. I understand. And if you can't today, it's understandable. That's every day. Those times are every day, 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. every day. Obviously, you have the warrant out, so sooner rather than later would be good. But of course, it's been out since probably 2019, 2020 at this point. So
okay.
I doubt I mean, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I doubt if you haven't been picked up in that amount of time, you probably won't be picked up in the next few days. But that's just any day of the week, 11 or 2, if you'll head over here.
Okay.
Or like I said, if you wanted to try to just come up with the 278, you can just go online and pay it, and that'll clear everything out.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Patino. We'll see you soon.
See you.
Mr. Gunselman?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me look here. You have a couple of old things from 2008, January 28th, operating with expired registration and no insurance. Were you living out of state at the time as well?
I was living in a completely different city. I was living in state, but a different city.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, what do you want to do on these?
Well, I emailed over proof of insurance during that time.
Okay.
So that should take care of that. And then both of those vehicles, the insurance kind of shows both those vehicles had been purchased within a few months of the date. I don't even know which vehicle the citation was. I don't have a copy of the citation.
Yeah, it's on a Chevy Avalon.
Oh, the Avalanche. Okay, yeah, I had just bought that.
Avalanche.
Yes, sir.
It says Avalon, Avalon, but I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It should have been a 2007 Chevy Avalanche.
Okay, let me look.
Because Chevy didn't make an Avalon.
Yeah, I would think if it cut it off, it would have had an A instead of an O. But
yes, sir. But the point being, I had just recently purchased it brand new, and so I'd also financed it through Citibank there in Lubbock. So there was no way that it had expired registration since it was brand new.
Yeah, the ticket says Avalanche.
Okay. It might have even still had temporary tags on it.
Yeah, I see the insurance. It looks like they just have it. Oh yeah, because we just got it a couple days ago. I think looks like they just haven't had a chance to call over and verify the insurance on that one. On the expired tags, don't. I don't have anything on that. You might want to talk to the prosecutor. There's nothing I can do on that. I can't just dismiss it. I don't have the authority to just dismiss it. I don't know. You might want to go to the breakout room when the prosecutor gets back and talk to her about it. The insurance, like I said, I see that. The bailiffs, one of the bailiffs will call over and confirm it. So that one's not really an issue. Because once they call and confirm it, we can dismiss that one. It's really more of the expired tags. Do you want to talk to the prosecutor?
Well, yes, sir. Because like I said, it needs to be dismissed because like I said, it was a brand new purchase of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Only a few months before. So there's no possible way it had expired registration on a brand new vehicle.
Let's see if the ticket.
I mean, I don't really have access to some of the records. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
But if a VIN number run or a title run would be able to show that it was a purchase of a new vehicle at that time.
The ticket says that, so the ticket was January 28th. I can tell you that the note on the ticket that the officer put that it had expired in December, and the ticket was in January.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and see that might have been a temporary tag. I hadn't gotten the formal license plate yet because it was a purchase of a brand new vehicle.
Yeah, and then that's all. Like I said, that's all I can tell you is that the ticket is that he said it had expired the previous month. So maybe it had to do with the temporary being expired and the new registration hadn't been put on yet. Let me, Ms. Denholm, Mr. Gunselman's going to want to talk to you. Let's talk about Ms. Nelson's case first.
I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to dismiss M09000089 and ending 6539 to dismiss both of DC Fighting. I've reviewed the case. The state would not be able to move forward because of the age. I'm going to make a motion to dismiss both of these.
Okay, Ms. Nelson, I granted the state's motion to dismiss on those, so that will resolve your cases.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
And we'll just wait for you all to talk and come back.
What am I talking about?
Well, he's got a couple of old cases. One of them, I didn't know if you wanted to look into. One of them they're from 2008. One of them, he has sent the insurance over, so that's not really an issue. The operating vehicle with expired tags, I think he just wanted to talk to you about that one. He lives in Virginia, so we're trying to see how we can resolve these.
All right. Well, I'm going to need a minute then. I'm going to have to look at them.
Okay.
So give me a minute.
Okay. Mr. Gunselman, in just a minute, that prompt will show up to join the breakout room. So just make sure you join that breakout room.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Mr. Gundelson, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this for you. So, Judge, I'll go ahead if you want to come back and I'll.
Okay.
I looked at the ticket from that date. Looks like he was maybe two months out, maybe 60 days. In the interest of justice, I'll just go ahead and dismiss that expired license plate.
Okay. And so, Mr. Gunselman, on the operating expired tags, I'll dismiss that on the state's motion. I hit that key sometimes, it makes my video go off. And then, Ms. Denholm, are you doing anything on the other one, or are we just going to verify the insurance and then go from there?
I would just go ahead and verify the insurance.
Okay.
I mean, that officer is still here.
Okay.
So I'll dismiss what I can see if we could verify the insurance then and have Mr. Gundelson then circle back to us.
Yeah, we got that just a couple days ago. I'm sure that they will get to it. So what I'll do, Mr. Gunselman, is we will we'll set that. I'm just gonna recall the warrant, and we're gonna set that. But I don't think you'll need to come back because they probably will verify that. I imagine here I would assume probably this next week. So I don't anticipate. But we're going to go ahead and set it just to make sure. And we'll send you that new date. Do you want us to mail it or email it?
Email is fine, sir.
Okay. So we'll email you the new date on that. But what I would do is a few days before that date, give us a call and just make sure that it's been taken care of.
Okay.
Because they'll verify the insurance and they'll put it in a queue for the judges to look at, and we'll pull it up and it'll show that it's verified, and then we can dismiss it. So yeah, just 3 or 4 days prior, give us a call and confirm that it's been dealt with, and that way you won't have to appear.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions? Oh, sorry.
Right. So I guess if you don't hear anything, I won't be at that date that he's going to get to dismiss that if I need to, or to look at it. So I guess if you don't hear from the court, I'm going to give you another phone number to call, Mr. Gunselman, to check in with our office.
Okay. You want me to call the number you're about to give me is what I call to check on the insurance thing?
Yeah. If you don't get that resolved prior to that date that the court is going to give you, call 806-378-3016.
Okay.
So if you call the court's main number and it's not resolved or whatever, then give that number a call.
Okay.
I feel pretty good in saying it ought to be resolved, but just in case.
Okay. Well, I know when I talked to USAA, they were more than happy to communicate with you guys to verify. So
okay, good, because I know there is some insurance, and I thought USAA was one of them. I know there's one that if it's usually when we call, they're fine to tell us. There's one of them that gives us trouble, but if you've talked to them, then we should be good.
Yeah.
They probably just haven't had a chance yet to call and verify yours, but I feel pretty confident it'll be in the next few days.
Okay.
So, well, we appreciate it, Mr. Gunselman. Have a good weekend.
I appreciate you guys as well. Thank you.
Okay.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's everybody?
That's everybody who decided to show. Actually, I think we only had 4. We had 3 of the 4 people here, so it's pretty good for Friday morning.
Okay, well, I'll be here this afternoon then.
Okay, we'll find some stuff for you to do, and we'll call you down here.
Thanks.
I know that's your favorite.